that saying, before you criticize someone, you should walk a mile in their shoes? That's mine. I wrote that. And it makes a lot of sense because that way when you criticize them, they're a mile away. And you have their shoes. I've also written a song, but I can't read music. So every time I hear a new song on the radio, I think maybe that's mine. To put myself through Bible college, I worked in a fire hydrant factory. You couldn't park anywhere near the place. Last week, my wife and I, we went shopping for a decaffeinated coffee table. But we couldn't find one. When I get really bored, I put on my priest outfit and I go down to the emergency ward and scare people that think they're dying. When I was a kid, we had a quicksand box in the backyard. I was an only child, eventually. I went to a general store, but they wouldn't sell me anything specific. I put contact lenses in my dog's eyes one time. They had little cats on them. And then I took one of them out and he just ran circles. I bought some powdered water last week, but I don't know what to add. What? I have a hobby. I have the world's largest collection of seashells. I keep it scattered on beaches all over the world. Maybe you've seen some of them. I went to a restaurant that serves breakfast at any time. So I ordered French toast during the Renaissance. All right. Let me tell you a little story, it's a true story. 2 summers ago, my wife and I spent a summer in Manhattan, or part of a summer vacation. We rented a little apartment there and just enjoyed New York City. And every morning we had breakfast down at the Ritz Diner. And it's like you're just, whenever you think of like a typical New York diner, the Ritz Diner was that diner. And we got to talking to the manager one day, and he told us about this little Jewish man that would go to the diner every day for lunch. And the first day he came in, he would always order the soup. And the soup came with 2 slices of bread. And the little man, he ate his soup and he ate his bread. And the manager asked him, "Sir, how did you like your lunch today?" And he said, "Oh, it was delicious. But could have used a little more bread." So the next day, the owner gave him 4 slices of bread. "Sir, how was your lunch today?" "It was delicious. But could have used a little more bread." Wow, this guy likes his bread. So the next day, he buttered 8 slices of bread, served it up with the soup. "Sir, how did you like your lunch today?" "It was fantastic. But I could have used a little more bread." The manager's thinking, my goodness. So he gets a whole loaf of bread, butters it all, lays it on a plate. The next day the guy comes in eats his soup, eats a whole loaf of bread. "Sir, how did you like your soup today?" "The soup was delicious, but again, I could have used a little more bread." The manager is just going crazy with this. He really wants to please this guy. So he goes down the street to a bakery. His friend owns a bakery. Asks him to make an 8-foot-long sub. Brings it back to the diner, slices it in half, butters both sides. In comes the man, orders his soup. He lays down these 2 gigantic slices of bread from the submarine sandwich. For sure, this is going to do it. The man eats his lunch, eats his soup, eats all the bread. "Sir, how did you like your lunch today?" "It was delicious, but I see we're back to only 2 slices of bread."